Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're gonna go for a walk with Weller. We got some serious things to talk about, so come along for the ride. All right, everybody. Hope you're all doing great. We are on our walk with Weller, and I just had to talk about some things that have been on my mind recently. Home ownership has been awesome, and there's been a lot going into all of it. It's definitely been a learning curve for sure. We've had to go through a lot of processes, and just to get where we're at today has been a blast, but definitely learning a lot every single day. The fun part about owning a new home is there's a lot of things that you now want to start doing, and for us it's definitely been getting settled into the space first. We did a couple of projects here and there, but now I'm like, all right, I need to figure out my hobby. What do I want to kind of get into now? And working out's been fun. Setting up my office, which is gonna be another video you'll see soon, has been fun. But I feel like I need a staple of kind of being a homeowner, having a backyard that we're working on, and kind of cap it off. I've been looking into grills, and specifically pellet smoker grills, if you want to think of it that way. And it's been awesome. There are so many out there, and it's definitely a lot to research and figure out which one's the best for you. And there's different models and different temperatures and settings and what works best for you and how big do you want it, how many people are you having over. It can be very overwhelming. And so I've been spending the last couple of months just watching videos and trying to research a little bit more. Oh, he's found. Come on. He's got his zoomies. So I've been doing a lot just trying to research and see what we want to look into. It's been great so far. And he's doing his lawn, so I'm going to turn this way. The weather's got all the energy. He's just having a blast. They're doing all new construction over here, so I figured this was a good spot just to let them go wild. Brother, here. Good boy. Kind of. Almost a good boy. Hey, sit. Sorry about that. Had a little puppy malfunction. All the new construction's going on over here, so it's just a lot. But smokers are awesome. And the reason we want to get one instead of just a normal grill is, one, I get to work from home. And so I feel like the ease of access is very nice because I can do a longer cook, not really worry about kind of being on top of it, which is kind of nice for me. I feel like growing up, or when I was in high school and college, I was like, oh, I want to be the guy that grills and has everybody over and grills, but I'm not that guy. I don't host enough or have enough friends or people over to be grilling nonstop. And it's more of a thing I've seen recently and just watching videos and learning more about it that seems more my speed. And so there's a couple that I've narrowed down to. And the three brands at least are Traeger, Pit Boss, or Rectech. And they all have pros and cons. There's a lot of differences there. But I think what I am leaning towards is just something that's small, because it's just Kurt and I, and that's really all we need. It's just for the two of us. If we have friends over, it's just another couple. So nothing crazy there. So gonna be looking into the Pit Boss Lexington Onyx Edition is one of them. And then there's the Traeger Pro 22, and they're both just little girls, little smokers, I should say. And they're just really nice and perfect sizes, easy to maintain. And so I'm just finalizing between those two, looking a little bit more into the warranty process right now and like how good their customer service is, because that can be a big pain in the butt sometimes. If something breaks, I want to make sure I can get that support. So I'll keep you all updated with that and where we end up going and what we end up getting down the road for sure. So stoked to see it. I'll make sure to keep you all in the loop and we'll go from there. All right, next big decision that we are working on is Weller has just been an only child for the last almost 3 years now. He's coming up on 3 years in September. And so we are looking towards just getting a second dog. And with that, we just want to make sure that, come on, we are doing all of our research. Our last breeder, come on. Our last breeder was out in Nashville, and so they were great. They were on the list for one of their litters. That's cool. And we're just currently waiting for an update to see if they're gonna have any kids. But their male isn't showing up when he needs to, we'll put it that way. So I'm currently just looking for other dogs or other breeders in the area. I'm not trying to break the bank when it comes to them, because I feel like some of these dogs, or puppies I should say, are like 3-4K. And I'm like, guys, come on. To me, I don't think a dog should be priced that high, personally. But I get it, you know, everyone has their own reputation and what they like doing, and so we're looking into it. But I really want to get a girl, and so the goal is to get a girl that could be Weller's little sister, and they could play. Weller's small for a Bernese Mountain Dog, but I know we definitely want another Bernese Mountain Dog, and so looking into good breeders, finding ones that are reputable, aren't, you know, puppy mills or anything bad like that. And so that's another kind of homeowner adulting thing that we're doing right now, just trying to figure it out. It's a lot recently, just trying to look into it all, and we really want to train Weller up a little bit more for it, just because we know that we want him to be a good example for our little sister. And if he can be trained fully, then we'll be in a really good spot for like a second dog. You can tell that he's still really excited for things. He's still a puppy. At least I think so. He's still, you know, turning 3 soon, and so it's just a lot for him. He should be like 110 pounds, I would say, but he was kind of like the runt or the smallest of his litter, and hoping that he'll slowly start mellowing out. We did do training with him. We took him to like a board and stay for like a 2-week program, and it's helped. He has a little e-collar for just his like 5 commands that he knows. I mean, it's more on us because we aren't perfect at owning him in the sense of doing trainings every single night. But on walks, he does relatively well. He's pretty chill. It's been hard during the summertime because it's just so dang hot, and him being inside all day just means he gets all the energy pent up for the end of the day. And we'll play inside, but it's definitely not enough for a dog. I feel like they definitely need to be outside, do sniff walks or whatever. So I'll keep you all posted on where we get with that. Still looking at breeders. If you guys know anybody that's, you know, West Coast based, keep me posted. Happy to drive or go anywhere that we need to. But I ideally would love like a chunky girl. Like I want like a big girl that could just be a big old couch potato, super chill, and knows how to cuddle. Weller definitely has Corinne as his favorite, her favorite. They definitely have a good bond, and so my goal is that I could have a girl for me even though Weather obviously loves me, cuddles with both of us. Bernies are definitely known for that, of being these cuddle bugs. And so it's exciting. I love it. I definitely want a second dog. I think we'd be great with second dogs. We're still not in the kid phase yet. And so I think we're leaning towards having a dog, or having 2 dogs first, for sure. We found a good sniff spot. We got that. We got there in the end. So it's been fun just having all the different things on our mind. It's like we bought a house and now we're like, all right, what else do we want to do? Where else do we want to be? I have my interests and things that I'm wanting to get into, but just stuff's expensive. Life is expensive overall, just trying to chip away at it. Kurt and I both work full time, and so it helps having it to supplement what we want to do. I was definitely an aggressive saver when it came to like, all right, let's get the house. And we were super blessed just to have the programs and things in place. Let's go. To get in when we did. And that was definitely a huge blessing. Like, they had, since it was a new build, we had the rate buy down, we had the incentives that went with it to help cover closing costs, and it worked for our situation and timing. And so now our main goal is the yard. And I know on the last video I put kind of our progress with where we're at. It's taking a lot of time, and it comes with pros and cons of, all right, we're doing it ourselves. We're definitely saving a lot of money by doing it. I'm sure I could get a jackhammer or a different tool to kind of speed up the process, but I think like a part of me is like, I gotta do this to like say I did it. Down the road, if I were to like pay somebody else, totally could. But I think for now, it's kind of like that reward of doing it myself comes with the like ups and downs of it, where I'm like, oh, pickaxing for 45 minutes is killer, and it takes a lot of time and effort and energy, and we're definitely learning and growing a lot from it. It's definitely been a fun process overall, I'd say. Definitely, I think the hardest part is the knowledge of what we need to do for like the drainage and how the water needs to flow, because it's just not something you ever think about, especially when it comes to doing it yourself. You're just kind of like, I've never once worried about the way the water's going to drain when it rains and how it needs to flow out of the yard and not pool up in the middle of it. Thankfully, I have my dad who knows a lot and has done a lot. He's very much a DIYer. So I think I'm kind of like inspired by him in that sense, but he has years of knowledge on it. They got their first house when I think he was probably like 22 or something. And it was definitely a starter home, but he built all these things and he did the whole backyard. And it's just, I don't know how these people learned to do this stuff. And it just seems so second nature. So I'm trying to learn from him, but it's definitely a process in and of itself, just because there's a lot that goes into it, and his communication style comes across one way and I'm trying to understand it, but like he knows it. So it's just hard to kind of like pass on years of knowledge in a FaceTime call, because they're still back in California. And that's just kind of been its own process of me trying to learn and understand it. And I definitely want to like understand. I don't want him just to tell me I do it and then I didn't really learn anything from it. And so the goal is to learn how to do it, understand, so if I ever have to do it in the future, I like am aware and locked in on that side. Our timeline right now for completion is up in the air. It's definitely gonna be a process. We're trying to finish that like lower level, ideally before the end of fall, I think, is being optimistic. A lot of it takes so much time, and when it's so hot, you really just lose all motivation when you're like, I don't want to go out there. So my goal is to chip away here and there. The next phase is putting in the piping for the drain lines, and then seeing how much more I have to kind of level out the grade to allow the water to drain properly. Once we do that, it's going to be getting the road base, I think is what it's called, to compact everything down, basically making it rock hard. So when we put the sand and pavers on top, there's not any sinkage or low spots. It's everything's level from there in a good spot. And so it's been fun learning and just doing it. It's saving up a little bit of money, spending the money on X amount of things, saving up a little bit more, buying the next phase of it. And I love it. It's definitely like funny because Corinne and I have talked about wanting that for so long. Of like, oh, I want our own project. I want our own house. I want to do our own things. And like, we're here, and it kind of humbles you a bit just because you're like, all right, I wanted this for so long, but it's also a lot of work to do it and find the time. If I was, making X amount of money and could care less about how much stuff costs, I'd be like, all right, I'm gonna hire a contractor, do it for me. They wrap it up in a weekend and they call it good. But I think it helps me just kind of appreciate what we have, how we're blessed, and what's kind of available to us, because I know that this isn't what everyone gets to do right now in their 20s. And I definitely do not take it for granted. It's definitely something that I understand is a huge blessing. Come on. And so excited to bring you all along for that, hoping to make more videos on just the progress overall, because I know that it is just kind of fun to see that kind of progress in a sped up version, because it's definitely going to take a while. And so once we wrap up that, I know we have more projects inside the house that we want to do, but right now we're definitely just wanting to aim to finish the yard and make that kind of a big milestone accomplishment for us, especially within like kind of the first year of being in the new house. So we're just going to wrap up our walk here. Weather's doing all this sniffing and getting the P-mail going, and so just appreciate you all. Thanks so much for tuning in. Again, just want to make sure that everyone's taking care of themselves. We're definitely balancing a lot of just work, life, fun, hobbies, self-care. It can be a lot, and so making sure you're finding that time where you can to do what you want to do, spend the time for yourself, can be very time consuming, and balancing so many things is a lot to do. But I appreciate you all. Make sure to take care of yourself and find the things that you need to do and just get done. We're here to support each other, so let me know if there's anything that you've been struggling with or that you're kind of looking forward to or wanting to kind of complete by the end of this year. So make sure, again, to always vibe and thrive, and we'll make sure to see you guys in the next video.